A few weeks ago I made a video on my other channel called Pennywise is Confirmed. Many of you probably think it's a clickbait. But what if it's not a clickbait? What if Pennywise is actually confirmed? Pennywise in Dead by Daylight would make me very happy. But you know what else would make me happy? If I was fat. Did you know that every new subscriber makes me fat? So please subscribe, thank you. Okay, now let's talk about Pennywise
Coming.
to Dead by Daylight. Maybe. Hopefully. Okay, now let's get serious. When I made a video about Pennywise coming to Dead by Daylight, back then we didn't know who would be the next killer, and now we know that it's Pinhead. Of course, Pinhead has nothing to do with Pennywise, but I think that Pennywise had been teased before Pinhead. So before we got any teasers for chapter 21, Dead by Daylight's Russian and Chinese Twitter accounts both posted this picture. As you can see, it's a circus-related location in the game, and in the description there are two clown emojis. At the moment we only have one clown in the game, and when people saw this post, they immediately thought that we are getting another clown. And what would be the point of having another clown if it's not Pennywise? After all, Pennywise is one of the most hyped licensed killers for Dead by Daylight. And we know that developers of Dead by Daylight have an interest in Pennywise. In fact, when asked who would be his dream killer, Dead by Daylight's game director himself told us that it's Pennywise. And it's been a while ago, but we didn't get Pennywise for chapter 21. So does it mean that this tweet is useless? Does it mean that these two clown emojis don't mean anything? Well, not necessarily. I have this theory. I think that the Twitter post Dead by Daylight Russia account had made means that the Pennywise license is in negotiation, or maybe it's already in the works, because why else would they tweet something like this? Do you really think DBD developers just wanted to troll us with something we really want to see in the game? I don't believe it. I think that the closer we get to the release of Pennywise, the less obvious teasers we will get, because by that time they will have had teased it multiple times in the past. Some people think that Stephen King, who is the creator of Pennywise, wouldn't give the license to Dead by Daylight, and as far as I know, he's not the biggest fan of video games. He does not have a good track record of giving licenses to any video games, no matter how successful they are. But believe it or not, Dead by Daylight could get this license without Stephen King being involved. He wrote a book called The Shining, and when some people decided to make a movie called The Shining, Stephen King couldn't change the scenario even though it was far from what happened in his book. Believe it or no, the same is with it. Stephen King has given a license to the film company to make a movie, and now this company is able to do more than just make a film about Pennywise. In fact, this company has worked with Dead by Daylight in the past, and they brought us the Nightmare on the Elm Street chapter with Freddy Krueger. That's why no matter what, I see Pennywise coming to Dead by Daylight. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but somewhere in 2 years, I see him being a real killer in the game. It's a real possibility, and if Dead by Daylight developers are not too lazy, then they will definitely add him to the game, and maybe, just maybe, they have already gave us some teasers. But that's just a theory. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, press that like button, helps me a lot. Subscribe if you haven't done it before, and see you later.